Hi guys, we get a lot of inquiry regarding our benches and comparison to benches from other retailers or various other the cheap sports outlets or various auction sites that you can purchase. So what we've done, we've gone ahead and purchased a fairly cheap bench, a flat bench from a online auction site. You can find the similar bench from various other sports retailers. They're still very cheap, somewhere between $40 to $60 price range. Now, the one on the left hand side is the bench that we have purchased from an auction site. The one on the right hand side, this is a body iron semi-commercial bench. It's a very cheap bench. It's a very entry-level bench, not a big price difference between these two. And we found out that there are various other local retailers and a sports outlet. They're selling exactly the identical same bench as well. That's why we've only had one. So as you can see just from the outset, the construction quality of these two benches. So what we will show you first is the top cushion. As you can see, there's double reinforcement at the bottom with beaded end to avoid the stitching spreading. Then you got another reinforcement on top, and you can see the quality and the thickness of the cushion. And if I try to move it, there's a slight dent in the cushion, but there's nothing on the board. And I can put my whole body weight, about 106 kilos. There's absolutely no movement whatsoever. This bench here, there's absolutely no reinforcement at the bottom, which is the load-bearing part. Only one single stitching on the top. This is the piece of foam. Just have a look. This is not even glued in. So just by moving with one finger, I can move this cushion around. So it's gonna wear out within a couple of weeks. If I just put weight of two hands, you can see that it's bending straight away. Now if I put my body weight on it, it's already wobbling side to side. And I'm not even putting my whole body weight on it yet. If I flip over the bench, so you can show the underneath construction. As you can see, it's got a reinforcement with steel plates on each side for added load bearing. This is part of the structure. On the cheaper bench, there's absolutely nothing reinforcing and stabilizing the load-bearing part of your bench. On top of that, you can see here, this is a solid piece of wood. It's about this thick, and it's reinforced again with double stitching with beaded end. Whereas this one here, just a single piece of cloth. I can rip it with two fingers, and it's just couple of staples holding it together. That's all there is. That's what you're pretty much putting your whole body's safety on this bench. On top of that, this bottom part is your base or platform. This is where all the load end up on. From the inspection, we couldn't find any welding on these ones here. All there is just a single bolt. Compared to this one here, the load-bearing part, there's full length welding. As you can see, from this end to that end, even on the edges, it's got full length welding, which gives us even more added stability. Now this bench, on the manual we found, it's a 100 kilo user weight rating, meaning if you weigh 100 kilo, there's no weight you can add to it. So if you're an 80 kilo male or female, the only weight you can lift is maximum 10 kilo dumbbells. And that's, you're pretty much pushing the bench to its maximum weight limit. This bench, and it's a very conservative weight limit, is 250 kilos user weight limit. That means if you weigh 100 kilos, you can have another 150 kilos weight you can lift on top of it. And obviously we have explained and shown you the construction quality, and you know why it is. Now, if we flip down the bench again, we're going to put these two side to side, just so you can see. Have a look at the quality of this padding. That this is where the board is, and this is where this board is. That's all there is. And again, with just one finger, I can move this. This doesn't require much movement. Now, if we try to do something simple as single arm row, on this bench here, we've already demonstrated, I can put my whole body weight on the edges and there's absolutely no movement. So if I try to do just a 20 kilo dumbbell row with confidence, obviously there's enough cushion and I can easily do the single arm row without any concerns, zero movement on the bench. Now I'll be cautious because I don't want to get injured. As soon as I put my body weight, it's wobbling already, pretty much, and this slipping is pushing me on the edge. So now I have to go in there in a very compromised position. And if I try to lift the weight, it's slipping me on the side. I can't even do one single rep on this one. And I can hear the creaking noise underneath, which are making me very hesitant to go any further.